Well, hey now. Welcome to Fitz Electric Bar and some trips down memory lane. Today, this is actually an episode of SMYT. It's got to be one of the least attractive acronyms for my segment called Show Me Your Tickets. I'm hoping this is going to catch on and others will maybe do the same. So please feel free. Love to see people's tickets, maybe an album, a show that you saw, some memories. It's fun to share that within the vinyl community. Anyways, let's jump in. Today's episode, the Pixies Doolittle. So I've said this many times, but one of the fun things about being a little bit older is, the memories that you can bring up and share with those who are a little bit younger, who maybe didn't experience these things first time around. I get that way when I hear people talk about, like Mazzy talking about San Francisco and seeing, the Dead at Winterland or the Fillmore West and things like that. Oh my God, to have been there at that time would have been fantastic, but I feel very lucky. So of what I've been able to see, and there'll be more of these coming up, shows and things like that. So show me your tickets. I'm going to start with a little bit about Doolittle. This has, over the years, become, a very revered album in not just the Pixies catalog, but in music in general for those that are interested in the progression of rock and roll over the years. And this is their second record. There's the monkey that ended up going to heaven. This came out in 1989. I remember the first time I heard the Pixies, I believe, was Surfer Rosa, and hearing a Bone Machine, and I was just thinking, oh my God, this is like so powerful. The drum and bass sound of that, and of course the beginnings of what would later be called the Loud, Quiet, Loud sound that the Pixies, I think, were celebrated for and became a big influence on Nirvana. This album is a killer album. Now, for those of you who know 4AD, this is, it's amazing with that label 4AD, because you can look at this and just know by the typeface, by the graphics, that this is a 4AD release. And very interesting as well, because my understanding is that 4AD was known for a lot of more esoteric stuff, Cocteau Twins, This Mortal Coil, and things like that. And they wanted to broaden and diversify their catalog. And so they brought in the Pixies, and what a hell of a signing that was. So this album has got so many songs that are part of their core kind of set list if someone were to put together a kind of a best of Pixies. So starting with Debaser, Tame. I think Tame was in that, the movie, Paul Rudd movie, When You're 40, or Us at 40. I can't remember the name of the movie. But he's singing it in the car and just screaming it, Tame, I can't lose you. Monkey Gone to Heaven, of course, Wave of Mutilation, just so many absolute killer tunes. The other thing about this record, the original, so this is the one I got in 1989, came with this incredible booklet. Again, a 4AD kind of thing, and I'm going to put a little insert to show some of the pictures of this booklet, but the graphics are just stunning. Beautiful. What I love is the kind of the creation of decay around these incredible photos. I've always loved industrial rust and decay, and creating images or looking at images that incorporate that in their output. And boy, 4AD are great. I mean, decay, look at that. Hey, busted up shoe and a skull. It almost seems like it would be fodder for a Tom Waits song. So Pixies Doolittle. Now, I had the good fortune of being in Toronto when the Pixies came to town on the Doolittle tour. They played at the Apocalypse Club. I think Elliot Lefko in Toronto was the promoter. Used to bring in a lot of the new wave and punk, sort of post-punk bands. And this was like a basement club, tiny, tiny club. I almost remember thinking that I could practically feel the top of my head on the roof or the ceiling of the club. Went to see them, and again, first time I'd seen them. I didn't see them on Surfer Rosa tour or anything before Doolittle, and oh my God, were they good. But as with all really good concerts, one of the things that made it great was the audience. The audience were super stoked. There was crackling energy in the air. How do I remember that? Because I remember standing close to the stage, and there were tables set up. It was like basically a club, and they had tables where people could sit down and have a drink and watch the show. And with a workmanlike focus, we all just grabbed the tables and lifted them over our heads. The person behind grabbed the table, lifted it over their heads, and it seems to me within minutes, the floor in front of the stage was cleared of all obstacles. All tables were gone. Pixies came out, and it was explosive. I just remember, giving her. It's hard to believe that this mug actually at one point was giving her. But wow, what a show. I just remember looking over at a friend, just drenched in sweat. And it was a tremendous show. I even at the time, I think I remember thinking, this is one for the memory banks. And Pixies, 1989, November 17th, 89, touring Doolittle at the Apocalypse Club. Show me your tickets, motherfuckers. We'll catch you on the flip side. Carpe diem.
The art direction of the Pixies and 4AD covers is so critical to the overall package, so I wanted to just make sure the credit was given there. Art direction and design, Von Oliver, V23, and photography, Simon Labarlestier. Hopefully I got your names right. Thanks for the beautiful artwork.